I've been going through certain things, man. So I've been having my own little shit to handle. But Drake, why you making it so easy for us to make content about you? Why? Look, man. I want to speak to you as like I ain't even trying to troll on this one. I ain't even trying to. I don't know what I'm trying to do, but the only reason why is because I want to try to show some type of professionalism on this live when I say my words. And I'm going to try to control what I usually would say. And if you've been watching my lives, you know I say a lot of shit. You know I go in, there's no filter with me. But for the sake of this being a Rob Markman video, and Rob Markman responding how he did to you, I'm gonna attempt to do the same. Now I might lose it here and there from time to time, but I want to try to do the same. Now, I'm gonna be real. I didn't know who Rob Markman was up until I started to watch different black YouTubers and got into that sphere of people who care about hip hop, right? First person who I was impressed with was the Company Man. Y'all kind of in the same lane, but I still wasn't watching Rob Markman. And then I started watching Teray, and Teray, to be honest with you, he's a great. He does great. I just don't like his voice. I just don't like his voice. Not because he sounds white. It's just that certain word when he tries to put himself in certain lanes, it's like I don't even know if you sound right to even say that shit, bro. But it is what it is, right? Shout out to Teray. That's just me being nitpicky. You know what I mean? But when I started to watch Rob Markman page, he introduced himself professionally. He didn't come off as an asshole. He didn't come off as narcissistic. He didn't come off as somebody trying to chase views. Wasn't trying to come off as somebody who was, chasing for that next viral clip. He was just very good at projecting his opinion. And most of the time it comes from facts. Right? A lot of the times when Rob Markman speaks, I'm not going to sit here and act like he just pulls stuff from thin air. He definitely does his due diligence and his homework to make sure he's not talking from thin air. He tries his best and does his best, I feel like. Me personally speaking, other people might feel differently. For me, he tries his best to make sure that he doesn't just speak out of turn. He tries to stay within the confine of removing his emotions and talking about a subject matter that matters to him, that he's interested in, that I feel like I enjoy watching. Even on a couple of my lives, I told myself, I said, man, you know what? I want to be more so like the Company Man. And I want to be more so like Read My Soul. And I want to be more so like Rob Markman, because these guys seem like they control their They even, a couple of them, well, I know Read My Soul say he'll delete some videos because he's probably going too hard, right? But the Company Man and Rob Markman are some great examples of what you would want to be, what you would strive to be if you want to be respected on a professional level when you're talking about hip hop culture. Shout out to the 23 people that was in the chat. Now, there was a clip going around. What's going on? What's going on, Sajin? There was a clip going around of Rob Markman interviewing Tory Lanez, right? Interviewing Tory Lanez. And in the interview, I think Rob Markman I think Rob Markman, he was asked to recite a Lil Wayne. It was one of those either dedication to or the drought, one of those verses. I don't remember because Lil Wayne come out with so many mixtapes. I think the Drought 3 was one of my favorite. The one with the Show Me What You Got freestyle. That was one of the ones for me, to me, just personally speaking. People might feel different. It's not about Lil Wayne though. What I want to say is that, man, what happened? Damn, what happened, man? Anyway, what I want to say is this. For some time, I haven't been watching Rob Markman long, but I've done my research on him. I didn't know that he had all of these accolades under his belt. Being somebody who was an actual journalist, like he was a journalist. So when he speaks and talks about journalism, I feel like he has a right to say something about the shit because he takes it seriously. He has what's called integrity. And when I watch certain channels like that, it kind of helps me build that certain factor that I want to have more on my channel. Because eventually I do want to be respected for having an opinion. I want it to be worth something. And I don't want people to take it as a joke. For right now, it is what it is. I don't know how people look at me. Whatever, right? But I respect Rob Markman because he doesn't seem like he, again, is looking for a viral moment, looking for that chasing clout. Doesn't seem like he's looking for a viral clip. Doesn't seem like anything. I'm pretty sure he's knowledgeable about how to do these things that I'm stating right now at this moment. But that's even more of a reason why I respect him, because he actually has Rob Markman actually has the connections to go viral. That's the thing. Like every time, right? He knows like Charlemagne the God or some shit like that. Like I had to do my research on him. This guy's, he's been here. He's been here. I'm just now getting introduced to him this year, last year sometime. And a lot of these YouTubers, honestly, I didn't know it was so many black YouTubers that were like in a professional field of hip hop culture. And that's my apologies, because I only took music and the managers and A&Rs and never really the journalists and the people who were behind the scenes, who were like, in a sense, like the DJ of writing, because they had a pulse on the culture at one point in time as well. And they still do to this day, no matter how you look at journalism or not, whether it's audio or them actually writing. The reason why I'm yawning right now, because I'm tired, man. I'm tired of Drake making it seem like we're the problem. I'm tired of Drake making it seem like hip-hop gave up on him. I'm tired of Drake shooting at everybody else but Kendrick Lamar. He said, say Drake. Say Drake. He said your name, bro. Now, I get it. Everybody could always assume that the underlying negative comments that Drake has is probably for Kendrick Lamar. Like the Pinocchio shit. All this him dissing Gilly. I mean, all of this stuff stems from Kendrick Lamar. So you can take all this shit like he's still shooting at Kendrick Lamar. He's just not shooting directly at Kendrick Lamar, right? Kendrick Lamar is on a world tour right now. And he's definitely shooting at you because he's continuing to perform the song that you're suing for. And at this point, it's not allegedly because Not Like Us and Kendrick Lamar has shown up in the court papers almost like 200-300 times, if I'm not mistaken. Like Kendrick Lamar's name shows up more than Drake's name in the lawsuit, which is crazy. I feel myself going off. Let me come back. Rob Markman made a video, and I liked the thumbnail. The thumbnail said, "You're a goof." Now, Drake has been calling people goofs. And I don't know if he thinks that's disrespectful, but people kind of take it as a joke. You know, kind of like how you feel like people are taking your career right now as a joke. And for Rob Markman to make a video and reference all the things that he could have said about you, to go viral at that, have 100,000 views, 50,000, you know what I'm saying, 10,000 an hour, that type of shit going on. I think he got like 44,000 subscribers. Every video he comes out with, he has potential of going viral. He stays fucking professional. So for you to bring up a video that is 5 years ago that has Tory Lanez in it, to call out Rob Markman for some Lil Wayne lyrics on a mixtape, out of this world. Out of this world. And I'm not going to forget how Lil Wayne might feel about you for you dealing with Young Thug a little too much. So you trying to get in good graces with Lil Wayne because even though Wayne dropped the album that was underwhelming in my opinion, nonetheless, he's still a powerhouse somewhat. Lil Wayne still has a voice. Lil Wayne is still going to get paid for features. Lil Wayne will always be Dwayne Carter. Dwayne Carter won't always be Lil Wayne, so Lil Wayne is going to have some work to do, but Dwayne Carter is always going to get paid from Lil Wayne. But you know what I mean? Lil Wayne, if you get that terminology, it might be confusing, but whatever. I think that you want to get into good graces with Dwayne Carter because you probably know how Dwayne Carter. I should have said that. Let me rephrase that whole thing because it was confusing even for me. I feel like not only did Drake take that video clip from 5 years ago, which is 2020, which is like during the pandemic, 5 years ago, and try to diss somebody who he feels is creating a narrative that he's not too fond of. He's also trying to get in the good graces of Dwayne Carter. Lil Wayne will always be Lil Wayne. I should have said that first. I think I confused myself when I was talking. Lil Wayne will always be Lil Wayne. Dwayne Carter was affected by you fucking this bitch. Dwayne Carter got his tour bus shot up by Young Thug. You gave $1 million to Young Thug. How would you think I felt if you gave $1 million to a nigga who I felt like allegedly tried to get me the fuck up out of here? I'm going to learn professional, Rob Markman. I apologize. I'm trying to be professional, but for you to go on stage and say I'm a good guy, I haven't done anything to anybody. If you just take that instance alone, to me personally, that's not. I don't even know how that even makes sense in your world. Back to Rob Markman. Rob Markman took that and still was professional. Still gave you a video showing you grace and gratitude and some humility. He showed you humility, Drake. People are not showing you that nowadays. You can go to some of my lives and you can see them clowning you. I'm calling you all types of names. Doing all that stuff, man. But it's jokes. Because you made it easy for you to be the butt of a joke. You made it easy for you to be the butt of a joke. The lawsuit changed the whole landscape of how everybody thought about you. Because a person like me, if you didn't do the lawsuit, I would have looked at it like, well, I mean, I'd be mad too if everybody was calling me a PDF. So hell yeah, I'd be dissing everybody. You know what I'm saying? Continuing to drag it on. And it's kind of helping your career. No one wants to say that, but this is helping your career. This is helping your career last. The lawsuit is prolonging the inevitable. But minus the fact of how everybody feel like you're going against hip hop, it's helping you out. It's helping your streams out. Your name is popping up every day, which means people are going to go back and listen to old songs. This, that, and the third, right? It's a whole loop. Right? Rob Markman, I don't know if he considers himself that, but I think it would be safe to say and assume that he considers himself hip-hop media. Because he came from that background, journalism, you know, all of that stuff. So I would assume that he wouldn't mind me calling him a part of the hip-hop culture, the hip-hop media, and somebody who dwells into giving his opinion that are built on facts to try and figure out, you know, just how everybody's feeling, what's going on, checking the temperature and the pulse of everything in the hip-hop culture. For him to still not clown you, for him to still not go in on you, Drake, people feel like, and the reason why I pointed him out as being hip-hop media, part of hip-hop culture, it's not because he's black, not because even he was a journalist, because I feel like he kind of lived that shit. You have to live it. You have to live hip-hop. You can't just be hip-hop. Just because you can list the best 100 albums doesn't mean that any of those albums affected your life. Change your perspective of thinking. How you handle situations, how you handle your mom, how you handle relationships, how you handle women, how you handle your kids, how you look at the world, political views, spiritual, religious, whatever. I feel like he truly lives that. And he shows us that through his videos. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know if he would agree with it or not, but it's safe to assume that I think he would. I don't think I'm too far off, you know? I'm trying to be more professional. I'm trying to be like you, Rob. Oh, Robbie. I'm trying to be like you, right? I'm trying to be professional in this. I've been cussed too much, I feel like, already. The man don't even be cussing like that in his videos, bruh. He say damn, and I be like, damn. He said damn. Or he say hell or something like damn or hell or shit. I be like, he cuss? You know, it's almost like how, you know, how John Legend don't be cussing like that, but when he do, it be fire. If you know, you know. When John Legend curse on your hook, it's probably gonna be a hit, or that's probably gonna be somebody's favorite song. It happens every time. Every time John Legend cuss on the hook, people like the song. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to let you know something. If you know, you know. It's an inside joke in hip hop culture. It's the inside joke. There's a lot of those that you probably wouldn't even understand. You feel me? Okay. What's up, Tubers 93? What it do? You know what it is, man. Right now we talk about Drake, Rob Markman, and how Rob Markman is still being professional with this guy. All right. Now let me take it. So Rando Bando, let me take it from how Rob Markman is professional in handing you an L without even trying, to the more general outlook of how people feel that you are wanting to actually try to like somehow escape hip hop. Drake, sorry to tell you, you was on songs like Stay Scheming. You got a whole little, you have something called timestamp records. You made that a thing. Other people was like naming their songs with time, but you made it time stamp. You made that a thing. You made it a thing, right? Because you were Drake at the time. You were a big artist. You made it a thing. You dropped songs with soulful samples. You have hooks that are on songs that are multi-platinum. What makes you think you're not going to be criticized for the same culture that you built your persona off of? Now, I don't give a damn. The Mafia, Mob Boss, Amaretta, all these little things. You being around Jay Prince, Wayne, Thug, Baby, UK Drill. You trying to tell me that you? So is this a war against? Is it Drake versus hip hop? Is how you trying to make it to be? Because if that's the case, you're self-sabotaging yourself. You're self-sabotaging yourself. I'm going to say that one more time. You're self-sabotaging yourself. There's no way that you believe that you made songs with 21 Savage and you ain't hip hop. There's no possible way you can tell me that you made songs with Migos and you're not hip hop. There's no way you're telling me that you made a song with Kanye West and you're not hip hop. Big Sean. I could go on and on. Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne, obviously. All these people I'm naming are in the hip hop realm. They are considered rappers. Whether female or male, they are considered rappers. Rappers come from what? Rap. Rap comes from MCing. MCing is a pillar of hip hop. All right. This whole Drake and Bobby Atoff, whatever her name is, whatever her last name is. No disrespect, neither. No disrespect. I just don't know how to. It looks. Atoff, Bobby Atoff. Because I don't want to say nobody's name wrong. If y'all could like type in whatever her name is, how you pronounce it, or whatever the fuck, do that. But that, I'm not even gonna lie, I can agree with it. I can agree with it. Because with you saying that UK rappers are better than US rappers, and I see you with some cowboy boots on, coming out with Morgan Wallen. And then I see you with Bobby. And then you come out with an R&B album. It's like you are trying every possible way to not touch hip-hop. Other than What Did I Miss song. That was the only one that had the hint of hip-hop. But that was still that, you was trying to make it hit kind of melodic. Kind of like a melodic feel. What did I miss when I was rocking with y'all and cooking with y'all and giving our verses and bookings to y'all? And you know what I'm saying? Because which one right after that wasn't hip hop? You're trying your hardest to like dip your toe in it and then get up out of there, right? Listen, man, I'm not saying that you should go to a hip hop media based platform, but you definitely, Drake, should go to a platform where you can at least give yourself a chance to kind of calm down the criticism a little bit, man. The lawsuit isn't helping you at all. The lawsuit isn't helping you at all. I don't even know. The lawsuit is helping. The lawsuit is helping. The lawsuit is helping because if you don't want to be a part of hip hop, follow the lawsuit. Drake is showing us that. I remember something that he wore during this, like it literally in between all of these diss tracks and stuff, what was going on. He wore a shirt that said, "Rap is a joke." That's what it said, literally. It said, "Rap is a joke." No one remembers it. Type it in right now. It will literally say, I think it was a black shirt, and the shirt said, "Rap is a joke." I feel like at that moment in time, to me personally, that's when he decided to do the lawsuit, because he didn't do the lawsuit then. But I promise you, that's when I feel like he decided to do the lawsuit. There's no fucking way you're telling me that you think rap is a joke, and then a lawsuit come after that. I feel like he was dead. I feel like he was. I hope I'm saying it right. He was dead to rights with that one. He was dead to rights. It was over with. That is what broke the camel's back. For me, when I saw that, I said, "Oh yeah, Charlemagne the God might have been right on that suit." And right after that, he sued. He sure sued him. UMG, excuse me. But Kendrick Lamar naming that bitch 1,200,000 times. Man, I'm telling you, man, people are delusional. Specifically, females are delusional about this whole lawsuit. If you just simply can't see that he sued because he lost a rap battle, then I don't know what else you're getting from this. People who have common sense and not parasocially attached to an entity, treating this man as a demigod, can see that. Even some of Drake's own fans are starting to see that now. You know why? Because now Drake is putting kids into the lawsuit. Now Drake is attacking everybody around Kendrick but Kendrick Lamar. Now why is that? I feel like personally, once you sue Kendrick Lamar, it's your whole career is done. There's people you are going to start to see ticket sales fall. You will see merch stop selling. Might not be immediate, but it's only gonna be that 30 to 50,000 people. I'm telling you, I promise you, we're gonna turn into an underground artist real fast. Cause even if you remember UMG saying, "Why ain't you just suing Kendrick Lamar? He's the one that came out with the song." Drake is smart enough to know how that looks. He doesn't have millions of dollars for nothing. He suppressed people before. He was just mad he couldn't suppress them now. So now what he's trying to do is make people scared from here on out to address him. Brother, you're just making it worse for yourself though. Because now everybody's addressing you. You even got a YouTuber who came out with a track. His name is Screwface John. Document 79. You have people making diss tracks based off of the lawsuit. Documents in the lawsuit. It's getting bad, Drake. Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Now, some people will reach. Some people reach. I don't really try to do too much reaching unless it's like, okay, about 5 steps from now, he look like he about to do this. But I'm not gonna lie, man. Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Sounds very similar to the steps that are being, like, psychologically. The masses are looking at this shit like, wow, this whole beef is crazy, right? It did some scary shit happen. Remember his house got shot up? Crazy, scary. People's lives in danger and shit. Spooky. Red button, lawsuit. Oh man. When the lawsuit first came out, people thought it was AI that made an article about it. I remember that. Everyone was like, what? This AI's got to be AI. Everybody was like, this has to be AI. There were Drake fans and Drake stands who said it's fake because they knew how bad it was going to look. And they had to figure out how to defend it once they... I remember that time. There was a quick little window, but everybody was like, oh, this AI, man, this fake. Drake ain't do no lawsuit. It's fake. AI. Fake propaganda. No, it's real. Y'all just know how bad that shit would look on one of arguably the biggest artists in music. If you gonna sit here and tell me a lie such as when it first came out, you thought it was fake? Or if you gonna sit here and tell me that you thought it wasn't, because I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was fake too. I'm like, Drake ain't suing UMG for that damn, for a diss track. You was dissing too. I got people trying to tell me it was for business purposes. What business, homie? What business did you lose? You act like Kendrick was picking on you this whole time or something. That's what I don't get. Y'all was going back and forth, homie. What would make you think you wouldn't say nothing back? A lot of people don't want to admit. Kendrick was winning awards that Drake wanted. And I'm pretty sure it was vice versa too. Drake won a couple of awards that Kendrick felt like he should have won. But they were both in their respective positions. So I could see how a clash could happen. But you're not going to sit here and try to bullshit me and say that both felt the same about hip hop. Drake did not. We all thought Drake was battle tested after Meek Mill, the Common. You know, after having these little spats, you know, dissing people. But when this happened, he showed his true colors. No pun intended. No pun intended. He showed his true colors. Because people were saying, oh, if we lose Drake, the whole industry will fall. And if he goes independent, oh, the industry will collapse. And what the I'm trying to be professional. What in the living hell are y'all talking about? I'm gonna tell you right now, the industry would collapse more. The industry would collapse more if Lil Wayne just decided to start rapping. And people not even in the best. Wayne ain't even in the best position right now. And if he leave right now, I'll be like, I might not like that last album, but man, I want you to keep rapping because you be killing the features. If Wayne stopped rapping, that'll mean way more than what Drake. I don't give a damn if Drake is more decorated than Wayne or he sold more than Wayne and he did it faster. We're living in a different age and time where that even is possible to happen, first of all. Second of all, he's talking about bots. Allegedly, it seems like you got some used on you. Or, I'll be fair and say, you too. I'll be fair and say that. Sometimes it's not bots, sometimes you run ads. People think it's all bots. It's not. When you run ads, you get views like that too. So it gets to a point where it gets a little murky with the waters when it comes to this bot shit. I kind of don't believe that. I feel like up to a point, you do get big enough to where if you run ads long enough, people are just gonna click it and listen to it and then tell their friend da. Like Megan Thee Stallion, when she dropped that Anaconda song, I seen ads being ran on it. I go and check on it. It was at like 36,000 in like 10 minutes. Go back and check on it. It'd be like 100,000 in like 3 hours. It was ads being fucking ran on it. Like paid YouTube ads, paid Instagram ads, paid. So this bot situation is very weird because it's like, so paying for advertisement is botting? Paying for advertisement is botting? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any fucking sense, man. It doesn't. When you have this God complex, it's usually hard for you to take a loss like a human. The more that we realize and accept that Drake doesn't think he's human, the more you can look at this lawsuit and say, oh, okay, that's why you're doing it. The angry, being angry because you're a part of hip hop culture, totally get it. But you gotta kind of accept the fact that we let a nigga in. Can we be real about that? We could have been cut his lifeline off at the Hotline Bling. We could have been cut his lifeline off after we figured out that during the time when Quentin Miller was writing for him, he was trying to consider himself one of the top 5 MCs of like all time. But you didn't write some of your shit. That was like the first indication of, is he acting or? Now people want to defend him and say, oh, he wrote for people. What does that have to do with people writing for him? How does that even, what does that do? I write for people, so people write for me. I write for people, so people can write for me. It's okay. Not when you want to be considered top 5, top 10, top 25. A lot of rappers might get help. Like Big X the Plug even said he didn't write the biggest, the largest. You know what I'm saying? But he's not trying to be the top MC. So nobody cares. See how that works? Big X the Plug is not calling himself top 5 MC. The biggest, the largest, one of my songs, one of my favorite songs from him. Sound like he wrote it. One of my favorite songs from him. He didn't write it. But guess what? I don't care. Because I can listen to Big X the Plug and know, oh, okay, he didn't write this song. I fuck with it still. At least he told me. And he's not running around here trying to be the top 5, top 10, top 25. He's not in that conversation. You think Big X the Plug give a fuck about being in that conversation though? No. He's just doing music. That's it. He's just doing music, man. That's the difference. That's the difference. Be truthful if you have writers or not. Then let the hip hop culture decide. Because it's not you. When you drop music, you can't force people to like it. So you think people just... So you can bot feelings? You can't bot feelings, Drake. You're going to court because you're saying, oh, UMG is botting everyone, is botting people's mental... You can't do that. And I'm pretty sure they're not putting so much fucking time and information into the cycle. Like they're not. Motherfuckers just like a song, they like a song, G. Come on, Drake. This is it's getting bad, man. It's getting bad, alright? You're attacking Rob Markman? The nigga actually he shot you bail so many times, I thought he was your bail bondsman. Hold on, y'all. My bad, man. I had to blow my damn nose. My allergies is fucking with me, man. As I said, man, Rob Markman shot you so much bail. I thought the nigga was your bail bondsman. I ain't lying to you. I thought that Rob Markman was actually getting paid off. The way that he would finesse his words to make it be like, but he like, you know, I never felt like he was playing both sides of the fence. I just feel like he's just a nice guy, bro. It's almost like it's built in him to be professional. So I can't take that away from him. He's professional. You can't hate on somebody like, you can disagree. But even the company man got a button that say tomato. Even the company man got a button that say tomato. And the company man is pretty professional. All the way to like reading the article, stopping the shit, giving you his opinion, going back, doing this, like. Even the company man got a motherfucking button that's tomato. Somebody else, who I can see like neutral, but just he couldn't be neutral anymore. It's from battle rap now. J Black and ARP. They was shooting Drake Bell for the lawsuit, trying to figure out if there's any angles they could figure out to see if they could maybe try and make sense of it. It got to the point where you people who are even neutral can't even like come up with anything anymore to like try to see if they could reason with you or something. You know what I mean? Now me, I ain't neutral. I don't like it. It's anti-hip-hop. You're going against freedom of speech. I don't care what nobody says. That's very, very weird. It's very wrong. It's not just about hip-hop anymore. It's bigger than hip-hop. And hip-hop is huge. Now this is going like you're attacking like rights of American citizens. When did you feel like you became a politician, homie? Seriously, I'm like, when did Drake become a politician? Because that's the type of moves that I see him doing. There's no way in hell that Drake thought this move was hip hop. This was all political. The only strategy, the only thing that was strategic about this is that his name is in the blogs, news articles, people making shorts, videos on all platforms about him. And so with Drake's name coming up again, it creates that loop of, okay, his name's coming up, music pops up, let's go listen to his old shit, this, that, and the third. So I feel like happens. And I feel like he's like, all right, one last hoorah is what this is giving me. This is this is like my last. I never lose, but I'll self-destruct if I ever do. Read My Soul, I'm gonna give you credit on that one. I watched Read My Soul video, and I'm not gonna lie, I listen to lyrics. I listen to what people say. Because on that back-to-back, he said, very important and very pretentious. At that time, I never heard the word pretentious before until Drake used it. I looked it up, and I was like, nah, and I'm gonna show y'all. I was like, I swear to that right there made me be like, I don't know if I want to listen to Drake like that if you're pretentious. I'm finna look it up. Look it up for y'all. Listen. He said very important and very pretentious. Let me tell you what the word pretentious means. Because I was like, what does that word mean? Why you say that? Because I immediately, for some reason, I promise you, the very first time I heard the song, I paused it and I looked that word up just to kind of get the vibe. Because I be wanting to see what people saying to get the vibe. Maybe it's like, I don't know, maybe they referencing a sample or maybe, I don't know. So I just look up words. The word pretentious means attempting to impress by affecting, not effecting, affecting, which is influence. Attempting to impress by affecting greater importance, talent, culture, etc. than is actually possessed. I'm going to say that one more time. The word pretentious means attempting to impress by affecting greater importance, talent, culture than what is actually possessed. What does that mean? Attempting to impress. So you're attempting to show me something by affecting greater importance, talent, culture than is actually possessed. So you're attempting to show me something to make this. This is why he used the word very important and very pretentious. So that makes even more sense. He wants that back-to-back song to be more important than anything that you've ever heard in your life. And by definition, than is actually possessed, it wasn't as important as how he was making it sound. Which also alludes to the fact of people saying that Daylight allegedly wrote back to back. Because if you're trying to impress me by affecting my influence on how I'm looking at how important, talented, or cultural that you are, then what you actually have, what you actually are possessing, that can also fall into the ghostwriting allegations, if you think about it. Drake is very pretentious. This is not me calling him pretentious. He literally called himself pretentious. When did Back to Back come out? When did Back to Back come out? Back to Back came out in 2015. July 29th, 2015. It was the second of 2 diss tracks he released in response to Meek Mill's ghostwriting accusation, with Back to Back following Charged Up, which was released a few days prior. Very pretentious. I just want y'all to remember that that's what Drake called himself. Not me. Not the bloggers. Not people who hate Drake. Or people who are Kendrick fans. Or people who turned on Drake because he called himself this 10 years ago. 10 years ago. But everybody's surprised that he's doing this shit. I wasn't surprised when he sued. I was just surprised that he did it. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm surprised that I'm gonna say this. I wasn't surprised that I'm not surprised that somebody suggested the lawsuit. I'm surprised that Drake got his name on it. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Because I'm wanting to be professional. Shout out to Rob Markman. I'm wanting to be professional. I'm trying to be professional. I hope I am. I hope this come off professional. You know what I'm saying? Drake, it's too late to turn back now. The best you can do, bro, is after you drop this Iceman album, I would take a break for I wouldn't go on tour. I would want all the videos. And you probably won't do this because you ain't been taking no advice from people that's trying to make it make sense for you. I seriously think, Drake, you shouldn't announce it or nothing. I'm not talking about the Iceman album or none of your music. I'm talking about you shouldn't announce your disappearance. Don't let people know that you're disappearing. Don't do that. Just disappear. Just drop the Iceman album. Go on a little. I mean, I don't know where you go. I mean, you probably can get interviews and go where you need to go or whatever. But go on your streamers, platforms or whatever. Promote the album a couple weeks. I feel like you're big enough to promote an album for a couple weeks and it'll do all right. But then just disappear. Don't do no more streams. I mean, I would be breaking contracts right now, man. Don't do no more streams. Don't do no more collabs. Just be in the background and try to build up your artists. Why you can think about recovery, bro. Because I don't give a damn what nobody say. You ain't gonna never recover from this. You made it that way, though. You did. Nobody else told you to go sue. Nobody forced you to sue. Nobody put a gun in your head and told you to sue. Now, the only thing I can identify with again, I would keep saying this because nobody is pointing this out. He put on the rap as a joke shirt, and I think this was around the time when his house got shot up, maybe before or after, whatever. But it was during that time. I can kind of see why he sued, only because his house got shot up. Trying to be Rob Markman right now. Shoot you some bail. Let me see. When. I'm going to go off this article from Complex. It says Drake's rap is a joke shirt linked to California battle. Let's read this. Just so y'all would think I'm not trolling. I'm not making nothing up. I remember this was the little stuff like this is what really made. I don't know. It made me whatever. It made me feel iffy about what was about to happen. Drake's recent choice of attire, though in actuality an apparent nod to a California battle rapper, has some listeners seemingly missing the point. In an update on Instagram over the weekend, the Six God was seen reclining amongst an assortment of presumably comfortable pillows and contagiously jovial stuffed animals. For the caption, Drake, who last month contributed to 2 tracks of Camila Cabello's CXOXO album, went with a ponderance on what he described as the pressure from being on top. As swiftly pointed out and just as quickly misunderstood, the t-shirt worn by the 5-time Grammy winner reads "Rap is a joke." Yet, despite what you may or may not have seen being posted on your timeline, the slogan of sorts is not a Drake original, nor is it necessarily a dig from him aimed at rap, at large following his historic exchange of disses from Kendrick Lamar. What's up? Oh, Freddie Gibbs, Babies and Fools. I see you, James Harris. Instead, it looks to be a nod to Frank Stacks and L Money, who have released music under Rap is a Joke duo moniker for over a decade. Per related social media accounts, the Rap is a Joke operation, which does indeed include very same t-shirt Drake was seen wearing in the IG shared photo in question, is based in the Oakland area. In addition to battle rap, the seemingly official Rap is a Joke IG also included some music that more squarely in the parody lane, as well as recently shared photos showing Tech Nine wearing the same t-shirt design. The shirt is also seen in a video from 2010 featuring Andy Milonakis. Of course, this is all very in line with what fans have come to expect from Drake, regardless of how it's interpreted. While the Kendrick back and forth more or less came to a close with Not Like Us, speculation has remained high over the possibility of something new from Drake being on the horizon. Drizzy himself appeared to tease as much when sharing a happy birthday message for OVO sound artist and frequent Drake collaborator Party Next Door earlier this month. So Complex was trying to shoot you some bail at the time. They were like, oh, people didn't catch the reference. It doesn't fucking matter. He wore it on July 13th, 2024. Right? To be honest, Sorry, Complex, but that article didn't age well. Y'all seem like y'all still wanted a interview from this nigga or something. You know what I'm saying? Because with the lawsuit, it looks like he truly believes in that phrase and was trying to like slyway use some Oakland shit because Kendrick said Oakland gonna be your last stop. So he used rap as a joke, try to do that and do this, and you know what I'm saying. So I get that, but the phrase "rap as a joke" when Drake is wearing it after he seemingly lost the beef, I think he's using that in a negative light. I don't give a damn if y'all saying, oh, people missed the point. No, people didn't miss the point. We read the shirt and you just so happened to put it on after you lost. What is that? People try to make this. I get that people have references that they like to throw out there and for people to catch on to later and whatnot. I get that part. What I don't get is why don't you just see that he really does think rap is a joke though? We gonna act like he don't mean what he's saying or something? He didn't just wear the shirt to try to pay homage to the group rap as a joke. I honestly truly feel like he felt that way and it was a dig towards Oakland and California. He wasn't paying homage. Now you could take it as that, but if rap as a joke is like a parody group, then he truly believes that rap to him is like a parody. Oh, this whole thing is just funny songs or songs that's not supposed to be taken serious. Rap's a joke, while still doing rap, which is a joke in itself. You on team K Dot or Drizzy? I'm on team hip hop, bro. Yes, during the time Kendrick won, eating off the fruits of his winnings. That's how it's supposed to be. If Drake won the battle, you think he'll be letting Kendrick live it down? No. What's so hard for people to understand that someone who's an artist who wins a battle is eating off of the carcass of what they've killed? It's just that simple. If Drake would have won, I would have been like, Drake won. Kendrick lost. Eat, nigga. Like Math Hoffa say, eat. 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 Child Math Hoffa. All of these things to me adds up to what we see now. The craziest thing out of all of this is that a lot of people don't even bring up the tailor-made freestyle anymore. They don't. The Resistance. Not on the top of my head, I don't know that, bro. I don't know that song. Is it from Drake? I haven't listened to Drake in a while. I listen to old Drake. I don't listen to new Drake. I treat him like Kanye now. Drake is Kanye to me right now. In the sense of just listening to old music to enjoy what I thought was real. Period. I don't think that he thought this through all the way. He might have thought through with the beef, maybe somewhat, but after, it was just throwing spaghetti at a wall and see what sticks, man. That's it. Because Kendrick went on a world tour after this. Seemed like he had a plan. You one of the biggest artists, bro, that we've had in our generation. You don't think you should have had a plan to protect your brand? Now you got UMG that's planning on trying to quote unquote expose you for the quote unquote PDF file allegations that I cannot neither confirm nor deny. But the two instances that come up is you kissing the 17-year-old girl when you were 23. And you texting Millie Bobby Brown. All the other ones I don't know about. But those two stick out to me. You got rumors, rumbling going on. Even DJ Vlad said he heard some crazy shit about what was going on in Hidden Hills and just all type of stuff, man. But the two that I know are publicly known, public information, is you texting Millie Bobby Brown when she was like 13, 14, talking to her about boys and relationships. She's not your cousin. She's not your daughter. She's not related to you in any kind of way. She's just in the industry. And it seemed like when that came back up, she immediately got married, and that's a whole nother conspiracy that I have. Like, I don't know. I don't even want to talk about that. But he's going on the U.S. World Tour. That's cool, man. Get your money. Get your money, man. You got to pay the lawyers. Got to pay them lawyers, man. Got to pay the label that you're suing. Got to pay your taxes. I do feel like eventually he's going to start to see a decline. Now, do I wish on another man that what they've lived for, worked hard on, regardless if he wrote this shit or not? You still had to like it because it was him. You still had to like it. Can't no one force you to like somebody. There are songs from Drake that I do like that did relate to me. Whether it be at a certain time in my life or whether it be he just kind of encapsulated a moment that I could rock with, that I could agree with. He did that. I just can't agree with how you feel about how you lost, man. That's it. So until we get some type of answer from you about why you feel like you had to sue, like coming from you, not coming from your lawyers, not coming from your affiliates, not coming from your streamer friends, it is what it is. Iceman will be better than Kendrick's last two albums. If you feel that way, man, go purchase it. Go buy the Drake face mask, the Drake pillow, the Drake pooper scooper, all that. I'm not. The only reason why I agree with what Jalopy Bunkis said about the blackout with the album is because he's going against hip hop culture right now. It's not that. Darius, unfortunately, if you support that, then I kind of got to look at you like, do you know about hip hop, or you just like rap music? You sound like you're more on the casual fan side, don't know too much history about hip hop, so you just like rap, and that's fine. But you have to accept the fact that the person you're listening to doesn't like rap, but he's rapping, which is MCing, which is one of the four pillars of hip hop. So it's cool, man. If you think that Iceman is gonna be better than Kendrick's last 8 albums, all of his catalog, be my guest. I'm not going against that. I'm not Team Kendrick. I'm not Team Drake. I'm not Team Hate Kendrick. I'm not Team Hate Drake. I'm Team Hip Hop. Do I believe Drake is a PDF? Bro, I don't know. It just sounded good on Not Like Us, homie. Do you think Kendrick Lamar is a woman beater? Darius, do you think Kendrick Lamar is a woman beater? Do you think them kids are not his? Do you think Kendrick Lamar is a woman beater? Do you think the kids are not his? Okay. Why don't you think that? Why do you think that Kendrick Lamar is not a woman beater? Answer that question. Why do you believe that Kendrick Lamar in your heart is not a woman beater? Could you answer that for me? Right. Seems like a chill guy. Okay. Did Kendrick Lamar even leave any breadcrumbs to make us think that? Did Kendrick Lamar present himself like he probably would put his hands on a female? Did he talk about smacking women around and doing this and that? With certain artists, I can see how you can see that because they are literally telling you they would put their hands on a female because they pimping. So I couldn't argue that. Right. Now I'm going to ask you another question. Did Drake leave any breadcrumbs for us to even insinuate him liking women that are younger than what they're supposed to be? Did Drake even give us anything to go off of to make it seem like he like young women? Not PDF file shit. Just young women. Does Drake give us something to go off of with that? Right, so he didn't kiss a 17-year-old on stage. So you're telling me he didn't kiss a 17-year-old on stage? Did he not kiss a 17-year-old on stage? After she said her age? Then he said, I like your breasts? If that was your sister, and she was 17, and the 23-year-old, 24-year-old, 25-year-old came up to her and said, how old is you? 17, and still try to push up on her, give her compliments about her body, that doesn't give you any red flags? I ask again, is there any bread? See, when people say it happened this long ago, when it continues to reoccur, you're leaving what's called a breadcrumb trail, my brother. You can try and disregard it with time, but time tells all. If I went to jail for murder and I get out in 20 years, how can I be mad at somebody who still thinks of me as somebody who would kill somebody? If I was a murderer and I went to jail and I got rehabilitated, I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna live my life after 20 years. You don't think people would still look at me like it's still inside of me to be a murderer? Answer that question. Okay. So if people will still look at me as a murderer for something I did 20 years ago that I haven't done, what the fuck make you think somebody gonna look at Drake differently when he kissed a 17-year-old on stage? Now, I'm gonna ask you something else. Do you know about when Drake was texting a 13-year-old, which is Millie Bobby Brown? Do you remember that? Have you heard about that? I'm only going to give you two examples. I'm not going to go into all. There's like there's a lot of examples, and that didn't happen too long ago. Go look it up. He was texting a 13-year-old about having a relationship with boys. It wasn't his cousin. They're not related. It wasn't his daughter. It wasn't his niece. Nothing. So why are you texting a 13-year-old that you're not related to about relationships with boys? If I was texting a 13-year-old about relationships with boys, I would definitely be looked at weird. Regardless if I was trying to sly away, like you get what I'm saying? You can't escape the fact. The reason why certified lover boy, certified pedophile, wop, dot, fuck them up, stuck, is because of the examples I'm giving you. Kendrick didn't leave a breadcrumb trail for you to think he was a woman beater. That's why it didn't stick. Drake left a breadcrumb trail to be like, nah. And then on top of all this, he didn't call Drake a PDF file. He called Baca, if anybody, the people around him, if anybody, a PDF file. There are people in Drake's camp that have certain charges that will make you look twice about it. My point is, if you don't want somebody to be successful in accusing you of a title when they're dissing you, don't leave breadcrumbs for them to go off of to be like, well, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Because I can neither confirm, I can't confirm nor deny either allegation. You get what I'm saying? It's all up for interpretation. So I'm not going to be unfair about it. But it's all up for interpretation. That's why I ask you certain questions. How do you interpret this? How do you interpret that? That's it, man. Go to the Drake concerts. Keep supporting somebody who's going against hip-hop. I'm just going to have to slowly but surely say that you might not be hip-hop. You just might like rap. You just sound like a casual fan who just likes to hear good music or whatever's good music to you. And that's totally fine. However, you got to kind of accept the fact that you're going to be looked at a certain way. That's it. Now you can disagree with how people look at you. But if you're supporting somebody who's suing because of a diss track, then it is what it is. I'm not too deep in that hip-hop culture. Exactly. So I can't get mad at you then. But you're not hip-hop. You know what I mean? You can't be if you're supporting Drake. You can't be. It's inevitable. You can't. It's not about choosing sides. It's about knowing what you're affecting. And I'm not trying to influence you to not like Drake's music. I still play a couple of Drake songs here and there. Way less. And it's like the old shit, like 10 years ago, 8 years ago, you know, like nothing was the same. Maybe if you're reading this, it's too late. Maybe if a couple of those. But I'm only playing like a track from each one of those. I got like 3 songs maybe I might listen from Drake now. If anything. Because I don't want to support that. But I am listening to songs that I felt like were before he felt like he was bigger than hip hop. When he still appreciated it somewhat. Even whether he was writing it or not. I'm not trying to go into that like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad you said that. Because to be honest with your responses, I kind of knew that already. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of knew that. And if you was going to argue that, then I was just going to be like, we can agree to disagree. Because there are certain things that you have to be. Hey, look, man, they might influence you in a way where it changed your life for the better. If it done good for you, how can I argue what's good for you? I can't argue that. People have different diets. People eat different food. I might not agree with the food that they eat, but if it's doing good for their body, how could you get mad at that? You can't get mad at somebody who found a diet that's good for them, but you don't agree with it. Just because you don't agree with it, you shouldn't give a fuck too much about it then. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like I want to bash people who like Drake. But I am going to consider you a casual fan and not a hip hop fan. You're not a part of the hip hop culture, and that's not a bad thing. You might be a part of the casual fan culture. That's fine. But you do kind of have to accept the fact that this ain't hip hop. And I've tried in my head to try and decipher or decode maybe what this really meant, and everybody was trying to mask it like he's doing this for the smaller artists. Drake is too big of an artist to do anything for small artists. What the fuck are we talking about, man? So when people were saying that, that was like a narrative that was created out of thin air. Just, let's go with this. Pull this over here. Do this. Hey, come on, man. Genius move by Kendrick too, by the way, to piss people off for getting on Playboi Carti's album. Not because he had a connection with Drake, but because he wanted to sell out his tour. That was a business move. I'm pretty sure Kendrick and Playboi probably got somewhat of a relationship, but that was a business move for Playboi Carti too. Because a lot of people who don't listen to Playboi Carti wouldn't listen to the album, and a lot of people who don't listen to Kendrick Lamar wouldn't listen to the album. So, this is what it is with that. Be mad about it or not. So what? So what? No one is saying that when Drake does songs with people who sample songs with people who've done some horrendous things. But when Kendrick does it, now it's an issue. It's only because of the stance he took against Drake. You just mad because he won a rap battle and then went back to being a musician. Went back to being an artist. Went back to doing what the fuck he wanted to do. Drake suing. He doing what the fuck he want to do. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. I don't think I'm too far off. So just next time when next time when people talk, it's not that we hate Drake. I might not like his decisions, but I don't know the man from a can of paint. I don't know him. So I can't hate something I don't know. Rather deal with the devil you do know than the devil that you don't know. So I'd rather deal with something that I feel like I'm more familiar with than something I'm not. I'm not familiar with Drake's struggle. I'm not familiar with how he's handling the situation. So I'm just naturally just going to be pushed away from it. Positive charge, negative charge. Two negative charges. They're going to bounce off each other. Two positive charges. They're going to repel each other. He's a negative charge. I'm a negative charge at this point. It's not going to attract me. He's a positive charge. I'm a positive charge right now. It's not going to attract me. Kendrick is a negative charge. I'm a positive charge. It kind of attracts me to go listen to his music more. Subconsciously, it's just agreeing with a lot of the shit that I feel like I've been through as well. You can't get mad at people who like Kendrick. Just like I can't get mad at people who like Drake. It's just that Kendrick ain't suing because of the diss songs. He's not suing Drake because he called him a woman beater. He's not suing Drake because he said his kid's not his. Or might not be his. I ain't gonna lie, man. Right now, I feel like Nas's Uchi Wally beat, that beat is fire. But then the Jay-Z Lucifer is a really good beat. And a lot of people forget about the Game Ale Boombaye beat. That was fire. Those are just three beats that pop up. But then you got Kanye West all falls down. Like it's I really can't choose. I really can't choose. I really can't choose because it's a lot of good beats that done came out over the past 10 years. So, you know what I'm saying? Uh, Shook was part two, or Still Dre. Feel you on that. Feel you on that. Those are pretty good beats too. You know, but there's another thing. Drake picks good beats. Pick some alright beats. I'm gonna say this in closing. I'm about to get off here soon. I'm gonna say this in closing. Shout out to Rob Markman for being professional, even when being called a goofy by someone who I personally feel like he's a goofy. Just because of the lawsuit. If you would have took the loss, not sued, you could have still did all this bullshit. What did I miss and all that? The lawsuit, minus the lawsuit, we would have just took this like, oh, okay, Drake on this petty king shit. He on this pretentious shit. You know what I mean? That's it. But we wouldn't have looked at him too differently. Drake needs some real people around him. Exactly. Seems like his entourage is only there to hustle him. Sound familiar? Seems like his entourage is only there to hustle him. Does that sound familiar? Like I said, Moeller, unless you want to have a discussion, Moeller, if you're gonna interact, I'll stay on here. I don't want to make it seem like this is a Drake hate video. I actually want to make this sound like bigging up Rob Markman. That's the main point. Him handling himself being called a goof and just taking it as a joke. Because goof doesn't really come off as a threat. Goof just comes off like, oh, you mad, you being petty, that's cool. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like Drake needs some real people around him. Everybody around him probably don't look like us. Probably not like us. They're probably not like us. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he feels like those people are real. Me personally, feel like he's making a mistake. Very, very good mistake. But if Drake was to take his time and do history on hip hop, he would see that the only time lawsuits came about is when somebody stole your lyrics. He would only see the lawsuits came about when like the police was like lawsuits didn't come from the rapper first. It came from, and it wasn't even necessarily lawsuits, just like niggas was in court because it was like real street shit going on in between the rap beef. It's the only time you'll see shit going to courts and stuff like with the Murder Inc. shit and you know what I'm saying, like certain stuff, you know, Biggie and Pop, certain stuff like that. That's the only time you would see this shit in court. It wasn't because of a lawsuit, it was because people was going through street shit. Or you got accused of something. Because they're trying to diminish your name and your value. This was just a rap battle, bro. It was a big one, but it was a rap battle nonetheless. Do you have a favorite song dropped this year? So be it. I ain't gonna lie. One of them songs from J.I.D., Earl Sweatshirt just dropped too, so it's gonna be between Earl Sweatshirt and Jid for me, aka J.I.D. I don't have a song. I got albums. Earl Sweatshirt and J.I.D. albums are back and forth for me right now. And I made a live about this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it hurts when you see he around a bunch of 20-year-olds who don't even know Scorpion is Drake album or a song, and a diehard Glazer who can't see his mistakes. Moeller, I couldn't agree more, and I don't want to agree with you to make it sound like I'm trying to bash Drake. Because like I said, this video is about Rob Markman and his professionalism. I don't want that to get overshadowed. So shout out to Rob Markman for being professional on handling the goofy. When he called you goofy. What's some shit that happened 5 years ago? Jid is so good at the moment. Yes, he is. I don't understand the hype around Earl Sweat shit. Earl Sweatshirt hype comes from him being from Odd Future, which he was with Frank Ocean, Tyler Creator, and a couple of other guys. Those are the most noticeable names, is why I said that. You can look up Odd Future, ODD Future, Odd Future. Just spell how it sounds. Y'all know how people, you know what I'm saying? Spell how it sounds, though. That shock rap, that kind of dark humor, shock rap, dry, sarcastic. You know, that's a certain crowd of people. It's a bit cultish, but that's the hype around him. He's gonna say something that's gonna be like, oh shit, he said that. You know what I'm saying? Are you a teenager, Darius? What's your age? That would explain all your answers and your input on this conversation. Like I said again, shout out to Rob Markman for handling this very well. I don't want that to get overshadowed. Oh, well, all your answers make sense, man. All your answers make sense. You're 16 years old, 16 years of age. It makes so much more sense now why you say what you're saying. I can't get mad at you for liking Drake or whatever. You got a lot of time to listen to music, and you got a lot of time to listen to music and just figure it out for yourself with what you really like. You know what I'm saying? I definitely can't blame you for how you feel on that, man. You know what I'm saying? All your answers make way more sense now. I wish I would have asked your age before. Mueller, what's your age, man? If you don't mind saying it, what's your age? If you don't mind me asking, bruh. See, I'm 33, so that makes more sense. While we agree, and then Darius is like, I'm not even in hip hop culture like that. I'm just a casual fan because you're 16. You know what I'm saying? 16, bro. So you probably just looking at music like, oh man, this is just, you know what I mean? This is just something that I like to do while I'm playing the game, or this is something I like to do before I go to school, or this, you know what I'm saying? But me and Mueller are looking at this much deeper because we know music comes with energy, frequency, and sound waves and subliminal messaging that comes in this shit. So be careful with the music that you're listening to. And this goes for Kendrick and Drake. Be careful with the songs that you listen to, because you don't want to be influenced by something that you don't know why you even like someone, don't know why you even doing something. Just be careful, man. And like I said, that's not a slight to Drake or Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but and I get that. But good music will change your mood. Great music should help change your life. It should make you think. Regardless if it's a trap song, a pop song, folk music, jazz, it doesn't matter. It should make you think about life and challenge your thoughts on life and your opinions. It should make you think. If the music doesn't make you evoke deep emotion and just surface level bobbing your head, that's cool. And if you want to be that bob your head casual fan listener your whole life, that's fine with me too. I'm not trying to change that. You are who you are. You was who you was before you got to my live. You was who you was before you got here. But I will challenge you to start to listen to music a little deeper. And I want you to look up different cultures of music. Don't just be stuck in this Americanized, synthesized, artificially, intelligently influenced ass shit that's out here. Because now you got rappers who are deliberately using Chat GPT to write music. It's just whatever, right? That is beyond me. I won't ever I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. No one can disagree Drake music is dope. But Thank Me Later and Nothing Was the Same was my favorite Drake albums. Fire albums, bro. Fire albums, right? Do you mean listen to like Eazy-E, Ice Cube, Dre, old school type? No. I'm talking about going listen to African drums. I'm talking about going to see fucking Indian women use tambourines. I'm talking about going and watching some soap opera music. Don't enclose your mind into thinking the only thing that exists is a certain frequency that you already have accepted. That's not the case, my brother. People sample shit all the time that you have no idea where it came from. That's all I'm gonna say. You don't even know that you like old school music. You know why? You don't even know you. I'm gonna tell you now, Darius. There's a song out there right now that you probably like, and it was sampled from somebody who did this song in 1960, 1970, 1980, 1990, 2000. So they're tricking you into thinking that this music is new when it's just sampled, my brother. And I bet you if you go listen to that song that they sampled, you might like it. You never know until you try. Now, some things I would suggest you not to try to understand them. I'm not saying that. What I am saying, though, give some music a chance that you've never even thought that you wanted to listen to. Until you listen to it. You know what I mean? That's it, man. Go listen to, if you want me to give you suggestions, I would say go listen to, I don't know, some old Michael Jackson. Go listen to The Temptations. Go listen to Angie Stone. Stuff like that. That's it, man. That's it. Don't get caught up in. Go listen to some old Tyrese. Go listen to some dance hall music. Go listen to Bob Marley. Just listen to shit that you think you wouldn't like. That's all I'm saying. If you don't like it, move the fuck on. If you do, know that you probably like it because you probably already heard the sample already. First of all, but then on top of that, just know that you might like it because it's something new, it's something refreshing. And every genre has a song that you can relate to. I agree with that, Mueller. You can listen to what music you can relate to. Every genre, rock, all that shit. Every genre has a song that you can relate to. Country music. Not all of it, because some of that shit be cocaine, beer, and my girl left me, my dog died, my fish won't swim to me. But I have listened to songs in different genres, and I actually could relate to the shit. I could relate to the pain. I could relate to the happiness. I could relate to the struggle. I could relate to the confusion. I could relate to it. No matter the BPM, no matter the speed of the bass, no matter how slow or fast they're rapping or, using the symbolic count, the syllable count, how they're stretching words or compressing words or just all that stuff. There's more to music that meets the ears, man. There's more to music that meets the ears. I'm telling you. You gotta know that. If you listening to music and you're a fan of music, you have to know that. I know you're 16 right now. I know it. I know it. I know it. I get it. I get it. I'm not trying to force you into anything. I'm not trying to force you into, again, not liking something or liking something. I just want you to try a different approach on what you think may be good music. Because you might find something that you might be like, hold on, wait a minute. DMX is a good one. DMX is a good one. He kind of, DMX and Mystical kind of brought that screamo rap shit to light. Like Mystical and DMX, they were damn near on some low key. They had like low key some rock and roll elements to them. Because rock and roll is a black art. It just kind of got whitewashed. Just like jazz. Jazz was a black art. It just got whitewashed. You know what I'm saying? My point is though, it's not about what's been whitewashed and whatnot. I'm just telling you and letting you know that just try something different, try something out. You know what I mean? That's it. But hey, I'm about to get up off here, man. Shout out to Rob Markman for handling that very well. Not falling into the trap of trying to go viral. Shout out to Drake for showing us how he truly feels. I can't blame him for how he feels, man. He is what he is. He is what he is, man. One of the biggest artists. He's half black, half Jewish. I mean, he feels how he feels, man. He feels how he feels. Whether I like it or not, he's showing us who he truly is. And I'll accept him for what he wants to be. To me now, Drake is just a pop artist. Even if he comes out with rap, that's still pop to me because you're not a rap artist anymore. You don't want to be rap. Rap is a joke to you. July 15, 2024 is when you wore the shirt. Complex tried to shoot you some bail by saying, oh, this rap is a joke. Shirt is really Oakland. Man, rap is a joke to him. Because I damn sure was laughing at it. When his lawsuit came out, it was the funniest shit to me. And then I started to actually get angry because I'm like, is he going against freedom of speech? It's weird, man. It's weird. But anyway, shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Shout out to Drake. Shout out to Rob Markman. Shout out to the company, man. And anybody who is professionally journalistic and keeping the integrity. Keeping this alive. Keeping it going. Because now we got questions like, will rap be this in 100 years and all this? Listen. We think about the now, rap has been here for 51 years already. I think you got another 50 in it. That's it. And I'm going to honestly say, 2025 is looking like 1992 with all this music coming out. Earl Sweatshirt, Jid, a.k.a. J.I.D., Eclipse, Kendrick Lamar, Tyler the Creator, Ghostface Killer. It seems like everybody is coming out the woodworks and dropping albums. Who's heavily into hip-hop culture, especially after the lawsuit. I want somebody else who hip-hop to keep dropping. Joey Badass about to drop. I'm telling y'all, man, it's a lot. I like this year of music. I do. And I'm going to honestly compare it to 1992 when they say the golden year of hip-hop. This is our golden year of hip-hop. I can say that with confidence. Because this is the time where I feel like every album that came out from a big artist, it kind of hit more demographics than just hip hop. Because hip hop is not just black people. Hip hop was created by black people. But hip hop transcends. Because that's just what we do. That's just what we do, man. And for people to say we don't have a culture, for people to say that there is not a culture, we don't have a culture in this society. Look around you, man. Everybody dressing like us, looking like us. How can we say we don't have a culture when y'all is, when every day I wake up, I see a living, breathing example of the culture affecting you, and fashion, commercials, Clothing. Said fashions or clothing, the same thing. The vernacular of how people speak. If somebody drops a when Rich Homie Quan dropped some type of way, niggas was using some type of way that year, all year. I'm feeling some type of way. Da 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 da. Some type of way. Da da da. Hashtag some type of way. That shit changed how you used the phrase some type of way to where it just became normal. People was not using it as normal before Rich Homie Quan dropped that song. That's hip hop. That's culture. That's who we do. That's it. I'm out, man.